A second way that we can solve for our y-intercept is to actually convert our equation into graphic form or into slope-intercept form. So if we're going to take, and we can do this either way, and this is where I'm going to show you that they're both exactly the same once we simplify it a little bit. We're going to use this equation and we're going to change it into y equals mx plus b, or graphic form. Now we're going to have our slope in here, which is going to be right in front of our x, and it should be exactly the same as this slope. And then our y-intercept is going to come out at the end, and then it should be negative 2.5, but we'll double check on that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the brackets by multiplying the slope through the brackets. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right here. So we're going to take this slope, and again, like we did in polynomials, we're going to multiply it through the brackets. This side's going to stay exactly the same. 3 over 2 times x is just going to be 3 over 2x. 3 over 2 times 1 is just 3 over 2. Okay, that's all we're doing. We're just multiplying it out. That way we no longer have any brackets. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to isolate the y variable. So we want to get this y variable all by itself, and so to do that we need to subtract both sides by 4. So y is equal to 3 over 2x, and now we're going to do 3 over 2 minus 4, because these are both numbers, so we can subtract them. And 3 over 2 minus 4, so if you want to use a calculator, you can do that. 3 over 2 minus 4 gives us negative 2.5. So that's negative, technically 5 over 2, or y is equal to 3 over 2x minus 2.5, as it does in fact end, and that would just give us a little bit of a better idea as to what the y-intercept is. That's the y-intercept right there. Okay, there's our y-intercept. It just, when we change it into graphic form or slope-intercept form, we get the y-intercept. Now, if we do this with the other equation, y minus 5 is equal to 3 over 2x minus 5, we should get the exact same equation. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to put that on there. The formula will be in slope-intercept form, which you said, and the last value, or a constant if we want to call it right there, will be our y-intercept. Sorry, I jumped into this a little bit early there. I forgot to put that into the blanks. So let's use this second one here. Okay, let's change this into slope-intercept form. First thing we're going to do is multiply through the brackets. Y minus 5 is equal to 3 over 2x. Now 3 over 2 times negative 5 is negative 7.5. Okay, I'm just going to put it as a decimal because that's a little bit easier for us to see, and it's just a little bit, if I do it as like negative, what would it be, 15 over 2, it's, we don't really necessarily understand that as well as we would negative 7.5, and in fact it's a nice decimal, so we can leave it exactly as that. Now we add 5 to both sides. Y is equal to 3 over 2x. That doesn't change because that's an x term, and we're just adding a 5. And negative 7.5 plus 5 is negative 2.5, and that is our slope-intercept form. These are exactly the same. Okay, they're the same formula, it's just written out a little bit differently. Okay, and when we turn it into graphic form, they end up becoming exactly the same, and we can understand that they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, meaning that they're the same line.